Hello everyone, my name is Kritagya Singh and today I'm going to show my most best and beautiful game that I played in 35th National Under 17 Open Chess Championship. So it was the last round of the chess championship and I opened the game with knight f3. My plan was to play Zuckerto to opening, Nimzo Larsen attack. So he played d5, controlling the center. I played b3 to develop my bishop on b2. He then played c5. I opened my bishop. He plays knight c6, developing his knight. e3. So he played bishop f5, which was not very common move. He was trying to pressurize on the c2 pawn and planning for rook c8. So I played d4, controlling the center. He taked with the pawn, which was somewhat inaccuracy. Most beginner player would take with the pawn, but it would be a mistake as rook c8, his plan would be successful and our c2 pawn will be weak. So I prefer taking with the knight. Now he has two options, taking the knight and retreating his bishop back to g6 square. So the best move was to take the knight, but he played the second best move, bishop g6. So I pinned his knight and pressurized his knight with my knight also. So he saves his knight with queen and then I castle for my king's safety. His king was in center, so it was not good, and his two pieces were also not developed. And he still not develops and breaks the principle of chess. a6, attacking the bishop. So now I have two options, one to take with the bishop and one to take with the knight. So with the bishop we can give our good piece in exchange with knight. So I take with the knight, he'll take with the pawn, and I retreat my bishop back to a4. Most people would play d3, trying to exchange the bishop, but I played bishop a4 to make the pin with the king and to attack the pawn on d5 as he cannot take. So I retreat my bishop back to a4. He saves the pawn, e3, e6. Now I develop my knight to d2, preparing c4. So he developed his knight out to f6. I played c4 as my plan. He plays bishop d6. This was somewhat inaccuracy. Most people would play rook e1. Sorry for the inconvenience. Most people would play rook e1, but the best move was pawn takes pawn, and if he will take our rook, we can take his bishop and his rook is gone. So I played the best move. He takes with the pawn, and now I played rook c1. Once again attacking his pawn, trying to take his rook. So he saved it with bishop b5. Now I captured the bishop, as if I would not, then he could take, and my double pawn, which was a weakness, and he could play pawn, pawn, pawn. So I take. Now this pawn is weak and he is attacking the pawn. So I did not care about that and I simply played rook c2. He does mistake with taking the pawn. He thought that I would play bishop. He will play queen a5 and now he is protecting the rook. I cannot take the pawn as it will be attacking a knight. So it did happen in the game. He takes and I played bishop e5 as he could not take. The rook is gone. So he played queen a5 Now he didn't notice that knight f3. His king in the center is weak. His bishop is not developed. He didn't castle. So knight f3. Now I can take the pawn. So he takes the rook. I'll take the queen and attacking the c6 pawn. He retreats the queen back to b6. Now I take the open file with the rook, trying to give the check. So he does mistake and play knight d7. He thought that I would give the check. He'll play king e7 and now his king is safe. It did happen in the game and I go for queen f5. Now the main threat is knight g5, attacking the pawn with queen and knight. So he goes queen b7, which was a blunder. Now my knight will go to b5, g5. If we'll play the pawn to f6, then queen check, knight check, it was over. If we'll go for g6, then I'll take the queen, then I'll take the pawn with the queen and he has no option. So he doesn't play the both moves and he goes for queen into rook. Knight, queen into rook. So he did calculated all these moves. Queen takes pawn, king, knight check, king, check, king takes, king b6. So now he was up a rook and exchange up. So I did go for queen c7, king a6. Now there was a brilliant move, a sack. So how could you tell? Think for 2-3 minutes. Yes, you did find right. Bishop into b7. He could not take with bishop. Checkmate. He could not move his bishop. The rook is gone. So he could not move his rook. Bishop takes bishop. Rook takes, then knight checkmate. Queen takes, then the queen is gone. So here he resigned. Before, if he will go king a6, then there is a knight 4. So here the game did over and I won the game.